this week's episode, we talk about pizza, and Donnie V. Fennell of Blank TV gives us something to make.
There's a prophet on a mountain and he's making up dinner with long vision and a riding crop. Anybody can feel like a winner when it's served up piping hot. But the people aren't looking for a handout. They're America's working core. Can this be what they voted for? Let them eat war. Let them eat war. That's how to ration the poor. Let them eat war. Let them eat war. There's an urgent need to feed declining pride. From the forest to the union shops, the war economy is making new jobs. But the people who benefit most are breaking bread with their benevolent host who never sold from the rich to give to the poor. All he ever gave to them was a war and a foreign enemy to deplore. Let them eat war. Let them eat war. That's how to ration the poor. Let them eat war. Let them eat war. There's an urgent need to feed declining pride. We've got to kill them and eat them before they reach for their checks. Squeeze some blue collars, make them bleed from their necks. Seize a few dollars from the people who sweat. It's freedom or death, and they won't question it. At a job site, the boss is godlike. Conditioned workhorses park at a stoplight. Seasoned vets with their feet in nets. A stone's throw away from a rock fight, but not tonight. Feed them death. Here comes another ration. Feed them death. 'Cause they're the finest in the nation. Feed them death. But it's something that the beat up with. It's freedom or it's death. Let them eat war. Let them eat war. That's how to ration the poor. Let them eat war. Let them eat war. There's an urgent need to feed.
And now, broadcasting from the Vicious Pig Saloon in downtown Mattersville, this is your one-stop shop for everything punk rock, food, and, well, that's pretty much it. Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts for Punk Rock Foodies Radio, Skate Rat Betty, Steve Guerrero, Brian Reinhardt, and here's the asshole in charge, Xander T.
All right, and that was Bad Religion with Let Them Eat War on Punk Rock Foodies Radio, punkrockradio.net, coming at you from the Vicious Pig Saloon in downtown Mattersville. Today I am here with...
Steve Guerrero, what's up, everybody?
And Brian and Skate Rat aren't here yet.
Yeah, they didn't know that happy hour changed. It's an hour earlier now at the Vicious Pig, so we're here capitalizing on that, and they're not, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. But they will eventually get here and be sad that they missed out on all the great prices. So we got a great show today, but before that, if you guys don't know, Punk Rock Foodies is a Facebook group, obviously on the Facebook. And we're going to play a little punk rock for you right now, and then get into our show. This is Player Hater Anthem by The Loved Ones.
I think they're losing their momentum every day. They're trying 3% too hard. Can't you see the look there on his face? I think they'll do okay for now. And in a year throw in the towel. But they're losing their momentum every day. They won't be doing this much longer without pay. And when it all comes crashing down, oh, I can't wait to see the day we can say we told them so. They're just a little bit too old, and they can hit on that in hands like a disgrace. Do I regret I even wasted the breath it took to say? Do I regret I ever just as well, the ones that can tell me we're here to play.
This is Steve, and that was the Vandals with Pizza Tran, one of my favorite punk rock bands. Talk about one of my favorite foods to eat, pizza. And who doesn't love a good pie, man? You know, pizza is just, everybody's had pizza. You know, everybody has a pizza story, but I'm wondering, like, do you have any fond memories of pizza? Like, you know, how does pizza resonate with you, Xander?
Yeah, well, pizza is definitely something that's near and dear to my heart. If you remember the birthday episode, I talked about that's like my favorite thing to do on my birthday is get a pizza and a pitcher of beer in a bar somewhere and watch some. Usually it's the basketball tournament because that's when my birthday is. But yeah, like growing up, we always would make pizza. Like there's always like a Friday night, don't want to do anything, so we order pizza, and we had some pretty good local places in the little town I grew up in. But I just always remember making pizza. And my mom making the dough and having her own homemade jarred sauce, and you know, us kids being allowed to make put it on whatever toppings we want, and it's something I still do with my kids. So usually it's whenever money's tight because it's just cheaper to make.
Absolutely.
Make it, you know?
Yeah, we've been doing that a lot too. The kids, it's so interactive with the kids. They just love like dressing up. We make smiley faces with pepperonis or like the Mickey Mouse head or something. They get so fired up on it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to share with them, you know. It's cool. It's fun making memories in the kitchen at a young age because it's a simple food, but they can totally like get down with it and kind of help out and feel like they took part in making dinner.
Absolutely, and like my girls love to like try like some weird shit on the pizza. Like we've done grapes and sliced carrots.
Wow.
And it actually, I mean, it tastes good. It's just, it was like, I think like Brooklyn was trying to be a smart ass, but I was like, yeah, go ahead, put it on, and she did, and it was good. I was like, I never would put carrots and grapes on a pizza, but it worked, you know. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just making pizza is so simple, and it's delicious, and there's so many ways you can doctor it up and change things. You know, like I'll put like hot sauce in my pizza sauce if I'm making some type of like a Mexican type pizza, or like I'll put barbecue sauce in my pizza sauce if I'm like throwing like shredded pork on it or something.
Yeah, it's fun to like adjust. And pizza's like a blank canvas, so it's like, okay, how do I want to go about this? You know, and it's really fun to play with. One of the first places, like there's a place in Long Beach called Domenico's that we've been going to. I've been going to for years. My parents took me there when I was a little kid, and it's just an old school Italian eatery. But I swear that the pie tins and the pizza ovens are the same from the 50s, and they just fucking do the most absolutely perfect job cooking this pizza. And the kicker is they ground up their meats, and then the meat's like the last thing they put on there. So the meat, it just gets this nice little texture, this little like crunchy texture, and it's just it's just heavenly. It's so good, man. Yeah. Yeah, but like that's an old school. New school, like there's a place down here in the Circle that has like a Thai pizza. It's got like a Thai peanut sauce on it with cilantro and like I think grilled chicken, and I think it's got carrot shreds too. And dude, that pizza is unreal, man. It's really cool that pizza is so versatile that you can have all these different takes, and you can almost have pizza like 5 days in a row and totally like have different styles and be like, oh wow, it's like a new experience each time. Yeah, well,
funny story. Like I love pizza. I'll eat it all the time. At least that's what I recently discovered. Maybe not, because it was the final week of school. We did a pizza party for the kids on Wednesday, and one of the dads ordered pizza and never told me that he was ordering pizza. So he had all this extra pizza.
Ooh.
And then the next day, the dad felt bad, so he ordered pizza again for the class. So that's Thursday, so there's pizza. Then Friday, my daughter's like elementary school graduation, they had pizza. And then, so that was lunch. And then Friday night, we were at some like fair, and the only good food they had available was pizza. And so like come Saturday, I was like, I've always said I could eat pizza all the time, but I'm really fucking sick of pizza right now. Like, but you're right, but they were all different. It was literally 4 different pizzas, and they all had their own little, like, it was all pepperoni pizza. Like 4 different companies, though, and so they're all different. They were all good, but different, you know?
Yeah. You know, I miss a good Sicilian pizza. I haven't had a good Sicilian pizza in a while. I used to love having that like at the mall when I was a little kid, but I haven't eaten one of those in a long time.
Well, I lived up in Erie, Pennsylvania, and they had a place that had a really good Sicilian pizza, and they even, when they brought it to you, they brought it with big, like, kitchen shears. That's how you cut it, with scissors. Like, it was like, holy shit, it was like authentic. Like
Bruce the Beefcake Barber hedge trimmers. And just
it's like the same shears that, like, your mom used to, like, trim your bangs, you know, like...
Gotta cut the pie, gotta cut your hair. We're versatile around here, you know?
Yeah. So. But the one thing I've been experimenting a lot lately with is like different cheeses. Like I've always done sauce, some Parmesan cheese, some provolone, and then mozzarella. Like that's like always been like the go-to Italian. That's what it has to be for me. But I've been experimenting with like putting like Dubliner cheese on.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
Yeah, it gets real creamy, and it's got that great flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday I was at Costco, and, Costco, they're notorious for giving a bunch of samples as you're walking through the store. They had a smoked Gouda that was like, it was like an orangey color, and it was really intense. I mean, like, the smoky flavor was, it was legit. It was big. And, man, now that I'm thinking about it, that would be a good cheese to make a pizza with. Oh.
I've done that. I've had it. I've only had like one slice left, so I like chopped it up into like little strips and just kind of added it. And yeah, it adds that little bit of extra. Because you're right. That smoky is so powerful on that.
Yeah.
It just adds that little extra. One of the weirdest like pizzas I made one time, I did it was like pretty much, it was like you said, it's a blank canvas, so like you could do anything. It's like you just open up your fridge and you find shit and like, okay, put it on a pizza.
Yeah.
And I literally did that. I was at a friend's house and they didn't have much of anything, and so I just started like going through. They had like some like chicken apple sausage shit, and so I sliced that up. I threw that on the pizza, spinach, avocado. I just cut up some avocado, and then what I did was when I put it in the oven, I drizzled olive oil over it, so that would like crisp up where the oil hit the spinach. And then as soon as it came out, I cracked sea salt over top.
Oh, right on.
And oh my god, it was such a good fucking pizza. It was like so obscure but so delicious.
That sounds really good, dude.
I've tried to duplicate it, but I haven't been able to. I just thought it was like one of those, one-time deals.
Well, how about we order a little the buffalo chicken pizza here at the Pig Vicious and go to
Oh my
break.
gosh, you know what they do? They put that ricotta cheese clumps on that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, so let's order some of that. Let's get some more music going, and yeah.
All right, yeah, I got, this is Demons by the Lawrence Arms.
Punk Rock Foodies Radio.
punkrockradio.net.
I got too drunk at your wedding and my voice got loud, and I said some creepy things and I staggered around, and even though your best man had to kick me out, it was a pretty good time either way. You see, the fight broke out and no man was yelling, 'cause no one was buying all the bullshit he was selling, and he threw all his keepsakes on the ground and walked away, cussing out to bring back yesterday. And the time ain't gonna stop just because you walk away. And you could cry for the things that you lost, but you're never gonna bring back these days. I hate the Mondays and the Fridays 'cause they always define the endless march of pushing ruthless lead of the light. Well, if I'm gonna be dying, then I wanna get high, screaming till I'm not feeling the pain. Let's burn a bridge for the fuck up here to kill this night. With some beers down at the pitch with whiskey lips, and we'll try to love for the moment and forget for the night. And that doesn't usually feel great. And the dying ain't gonna stop just because you walk away. And you could cry for the things that you lost, but you're never gonna bring back these days. Where we gonna go now when everything shuts down? I can't go home, so where we wanna go now? Bring it back around to where everybody's singing about the time. Ain't gonna stop just because you walk away. And you could cry for the things that you lost, but you're never gonna bring back these days. You're never gonna bring back these days.
Hey, this is Chef Gordon Ramsay, and you're listening to Punk Rock Foodies Radio.
I was alone, I decided to get up, decided to get
We're back. That last song was one of my favorites. It's by a band called The Bouncing Souls. It's called Anthem, one of my very favorite songs.
What was your song again? Oh, Manthem by Bouncing Souls. Okay.
Yeah, Manthem. I said Anthem, didn't I? Oh, well. Just buy the album. It's off an album called How I Spent My Summer Vacation from, 2000 or something like that, 2001. It's way more than a decade ago. It's an older album, really good. You should get it.
It's sad to think that 2000 is like so long ago.
God, 2000, remember that? Jeez.
I still think like 1980 was 20 years ago. Yeah.
Well, in some parts of the South, 1980 was 20 years ago. Sorry late. I was off by an hour with the happy hour thing. Sorry about that, but I'll make up for lost time. I'm double fisting my beers right now.
Would I even be Skate Rat Betty if I didn't show up late? Anyways, on to pizza.
So I know we were talking about pizza, and before I wasn't able to see if you guys had mentioned it, but someone's got to mention I think it's Pizza Hut is coming out with a hot dog stuffed crust. That looks like an abomination. I actually saw a picture of it.
A friend of mine just got one.
Dude, okay, what'd they say? Because it looks...
It was just like, oh, we were the first one in Pittsburgh to order this pizza.
Yeah.
Like, good for you. Like, yeah.
It's like, I saw a picture, and, I mean, I like hot dogs and I like pizza, but that's an abortion. You know?
I just don't get, like, I get it. It's a hot dog wrapped in dough, but you're eating pizza. Like, those just don't go together.
Mm-mm. No. It's, I don't know. And I'm not exactly a picky eater, but... not interested in that. As far as favorite toppings, that has nothing to do with hot dogs and crusts. That has nothing to do with it.
Well, what is like one of your favorite toppings? I mean, well, wait. Let me preface this with you're from Chicago area, and Chicago's got a different style of pizza.
I know what you're going to say. Yeah, and let me say that's a little bit overblown. Deep dish is pretty much indigenous to around here, but I only have deep dish 4 or 5 times a year. If you haven't had it before, it's obviously incredibly thick, and it's not like a lot of places around the nation that try to duplicate it with a really thick crust. It's not that. It's like 1.5 inches of cheese. Mm-hmm. And like we were talking about the cheese episode where on pizza, it's like 1.5 inches of just straight cheese with some topping and then the sauce on top. And you have to eat it with a fork. It's very good, but it's also intense. And you can't, it's not like, I can eat regular pizza every day. And sometimes I do, but I can't eat deep dish all the time or I will die.
Yeah, definitely with all that cheese, it's gonna bind you up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's good, like, with a regular pizza, I can eat 4 or 5 slices. With a deep dish, I'm good for one.
Yeah.
So, but when I order pizza, almost always, unless I'm in some kind of adventurous place downtown and some fancy joint, it's always going to be pineapple, bacon, and ham. Usually I go with pepperoni over the ham, but a lot of places they just say, oh, we'll give you our Hawaiian pizza, and they always have ham. I think pepperoni, bacon, and pineapple is, sometimes with some feta on there, goes really, really well together.
Yeah, well, we talked in the cheese episode about feta being such a good, like, creamy addition. Yeah, I had mentioned the pizza with the bacon, feta, and grilled chicken. Mm-hmm. And just having that feta just added just that little bit of something that made it.
It's weird. Feta's weird because it's I can't explain it. It's greasy but dry. I don't know how to explain it. It tastes dry, but it's definitely greasy. So I don't know. I can't. But I love it. It goes really good with bacon. But what doesn't? Seriously.
This is true.
You could put bacon in chocolate milk and it would work.
I think my daughter actually has done that. She's dunked it.
She's an innovator. But yeah, the Chicago deep dish thing is a bit overblown. We don't eat it nearly as much as people think we do, and we definitely enjoy all the other styles. There's people that like to perpetuate this thing like New York against Chicago, like there's some kind of hatred with the pizzas. No, New York pizza's great. I like Pizza Hut. It's good. But, you can't live by deep dish alone. Plus, it's expensive as shit. One of them's like $30. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
See, I made it myself. I just bought a pie pan and just used the pie pan to, like, bring the dough up the sides. And But even, like, the doughs that when I've been to Chicago and had the deep dish, the dough is like it's a different it's a different style of
It's
crust.
crispy. It's crispy and thin.
It's almost like they use like a corn flour too.
Yes.
Like it's, yeah.
Yeah, there's a place locally. There's a bunch of places that do it, but the best to me is a place called Lou Malnati's. It's a chain. It's just, I don't know. It's really good. It's really good. There's a lot of places. If you ever end up in Chicago, anybody listen to this, Giordano's is good. Pizza Uno is good. Home Run Inn is good. If you find a Lou Malnati's, go there. If you can find a Lou Malnati's, that's where you should try your deep dish.
Oh.
So a few of the people on Punk Rock Foodies, I've got some friends out in Virginia that came and visited. And I took them there, and they swear by it. So
Steve, what do you got? What's like one of your favorites?
I personally like, there's California Pizza Kitchen, a classic is that potato and rosemary pizza. I think it's got like a Alfredo or white sauce on it. Not that one really stands out to me over the years. I mean, I've always kind of liked that pizza, and they've had it in the, you know, the frozen food section of the store, so you can kind of get it and always have it when you want it. I think that kind of got me through my 20s a couple times, so that's a good one. But, you know, I really like a good scampi shrimp pizza, too, but I think it's hard for people to get that right. I mean, I think you got to respect the shrimp. You know, you want a little bit of shrimp in each bite, not just put like a full shrimp and just plop, plop, plop. I think you need to cut those shrimps up a little bit, so the shrimp ratio on there, you know, you're getting a little bit on every slice, and you know, with a good creamy garlic sauce and then some crushed red pepper flakes on top. I mean, that sounds like a winner to me. You know, that's I keep coming back to it. That's a great thing about pizza. It's just, you know, a blank canvas, and it's like boom, throw on whatever you want. And I honestly think we're going to have to revisit this topic down the road, because, you know, just in the last week there's been some great posts. I forgot his last name, but Colin, one of our members, posted a cast iron skillet pizza. And I think it was his first time doing it, but it looked really good. And I got a cast iron skillet that I you know, kind of like to mess around with. I haven't tried pizza in that yet, but that sounds really good.
Now, I like saying the California Pizza Kitchen. I've actually tried to duplicate their jerk chicken pizza, which is really good with the jerk chicken. I make my own jerk sauce. I make my own jerk sauce.
Don't we all?
That might be right. That might have to be our hashtag. And then grill the chicken, and then with roasted red peppers, bacon.
Just barbecue. Do you put barbecue sauce in there? Whenever we had a pizza with chicken, generally there's some barbecue sauce involved.
Well, I was telling Steve earlier when you weren't here, I like to. The nice thing about pizza is how you can add different things and change it up. Like when if I do like pulled pork on a pizza, I'll mix barbecue sauce in with the spaghetti or the pizza sauce. Like we just put the pizza sauce on and then maybe squirt some barbecue sauce on top and just kind of mix it together. No, I can't say that I've done barbecue sauce on with chicken. I've done when I've done my buffalo chicken pizza, not like the way they do it here, but when I've done mine, I've just tossed the chicken in the wing sauce, thrown it on, and then drizzled ranch dressing over top of the entire pizza with celery, cut up celery on the pizza too. So,
our page could not be less of a health food site. It could not be less of a health food site. That's awesome. That sounds awesome.
My favorite, I'm a simple person. I'm not a foods on foods kind of person. I don't want a cheeseburger on my pizza. I'm really just extra cheese, pepperoni, keep it simple. That's it. I used to do green peppers and onions and ham. Got married, damn it, it's been 10 years. My husband doesn't like green peppers and onions on his pizza. So now, usually I do pizza, and he will do a food on foods pizza, like buffalo chicken, which actually isn't that bad. But, for the most part, I'm seriously just so simple. Extra cheese, pepperoni.
Lately, I've been, whenever I make them ourselves, there's a local joint by us that has all these fancy pizzas, and we tried to recreate one, and it was all those things that you just listed, but it also had the banana peppers, which are kind of like the yellow rings, like the sliced peppers, like kind of sweet, like a little bit of heat, but not much at all. It's mostly sweet. Just putting those on top. Those go great with barbecue sauce and chicken and bacon. and pepperoni and pesto. I like to put, I've been a couple times I've made it with some pesto in there instead of marinara.
I'm glad you mentioned the pesto on the pizza, Brian. I do love stealing ideas from punk rock foodies, and I even tried making my own pizza just because I saw everybody on Punk Rock Foodies doing it. I have not yet made my own dough. Xander's recipe is still sitting on my desk, but I did get dough and make the pizza, and we did it with a homemade pesto. Actually, it was a cilantro pesto on both, and it was so good, so great. And I think in the future when I do make my own dough and stuff, I'm still not really sure I want to go towards a red sauce. I may just want to do cheese and tomato slices or a pesto.
Nice.
So yeah, those are really great ideas.
That's the interesting thing, like seeing a lot of people like to do different. I'm a traditionalist, I guess, where it's pizza sauce, and there's a place near me that has like 3 different kinds of sauces. One's like a spicy one, so I guess they put like hot sauce in it. But then like a white sauce, like an Alfredo sauce on the. I don't know, just something about that's like a cheese sauce, and you're gonna put cheese on top of it. And I think that they're just like misconstruing what like a white pizza is. Mm-hmm. And I've always made white pizza is like I put like garlic butter on the crust, then I put down tomato slices, and then Parmesan cheese and provolone and mozzarella, and then all the other toppings. Mm-hmm. And that's the way I grew up, is what a white pizza is. But like maybe around here they think white pizzas you put Alfredo sauce on instead of tomato sauce. I don't know.
There was one time, and I was saving this story for this episode. I'm only just now remembering it. There was a video that I posted on Punk Rock Foodies about maybe a year or 2 ago. I'll find it on YouTube. My friends Kyle, Bill, and Tony, we all gathered at my place, got drunk, and we created a seafood pizza. This is how, I'm going to give you the ingredients and just use your brain to just know how bad this was. We took a video of ourselves the moment we tasted it. It was so bad. Okay, first of all, instead of marinara, I got some sun-dried tomato Alfredo sauce. I got Alfredo sauce with sun-dried tomatoes in there. We used just regular mozzarella for the cheese, okay? And then on top we put sun-dried tomatoes and calamari. All right. Now this wasn't the breaded calamari. Okay, this is when the bag of like frozen calamari with just the water and the rings, and we cooked that up on the stove like in a pan to kind of defrost it and cook it up a little bit, and just put them on top of the pizza. And we also put the sun-dried tomatoes on top, and we cooked it too long because we were drunk, and the sun-dried tomatoes ended up just being like lumps of charcoal on top. It was so bad. I'll find the video. I'll post it again so everyone can see it. It is. I'm like, we're all looking at each other in the video like, should we keep going? Do we keep eating? It was my place smelled like. And maybe if we'd gotten the breaded calamari and baked it, it might have been a little bit different. But the calamari absolutely it was horrible. My place smelled for 3 weeks, dude. We did it in the winter too. That's the thing. So I didn't really have windows open. It was. I've never recovered. Like, I'm pretty sure I won't live as long because I had 2 bites of this pizza.
I think we're doing something like with calamari, something that when you overcook it, it becomes like a fucking rubber band. That's like a delicate place, because if you cook it and then put it on, then you cook the pizza, you're cooking it more. But if you put it on the pizza raw, then you're risking getting like that flavor all over the pizza. It's like,
it was weird because it seeped in and the sauce didn't work. There was other stuff we put in, I gotta remember, but the sun-dried tomatoes were overcooked and the calamari was undercooked. So it was this weird combination of just disgusting, fishy. It didn't work, and it was all my idea. I hate to say it. I was like, yeah, you guys, because we made a regular pizza too. Like, yeah, dude, let's do one with calamari and some Alfredo and sun-dried tomato. That'd be great. And they're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And it was fucking horrible. So,
well, let's see what some of the toppings that some of our foodies posted on the page.
There's been a ton of good contributions on the Punk Rock Foodies radio page about different pizzas from all of our members. And I gotta put a shout out to Dana Ryan Chase. I mean, she always comes with it. I mean, she really is a great cook, and man, I'd love to sit down at her table one day. But the pizza she's talking about with bacon, fire roasted tomatoes, black Greek olives, a slightly runny egg in the center, and then she throws on some arugula and shaved parm on the top. I mean, whoa, that sounds pretty bomb right there.
I like the this Terry Bennick, the prosciutto, pear, and arugula. I've actually had that on a pizza, and like the white pizza type, not with the pizza sauce, the red sauce. That was really good. You get that pear flavor and
Pear, like the pear of the fruit, obviously, we're talking about?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds good.
And some arugula. So we got wild mushrooms, red onion, prosciutto, with a mushroom truffle oil drizzled on top. That was Homer Hansen. I don't know what the truffle oil would add to that, but
another one that I thought was pretty interesting was Becky Alexander's peanut butter sauce, extra cheese and bacon. And I'd have to kind of see how she dialed in that peanut butter sauce, if it was really sweet or more savory. But that's totally really interesting to me, and sounds like a nice little combination. Another member, I believe her name is Ryan Johnston. She made like this basil pizza. It just looked like cheesy goodness. I mean, it was cool because it was like an imperfect like shape to the pizza, but I think that just kind of made it more like I wanted it more. Like it wasn't like this clean cut like fresh out of the oven, nice picturesque pizza. I mean, it was picturesque and the fact that it looked good, but it just looked so homemade. It just I wanted to dive into that. But
I love having onions on my pizza. I'll grill onions and throw them on a pizza, or just
see. I could do grilled onions if it's like the onions that are put on raw and then cooked that way.
Yeah.
I like cooked onions. I don't like onions that are remotely undercooked or raw or anything like that. So usually on pizza, I don't think it's very good unless you cook them ahead of time.
We have a place.
So then they get sweet.
We have a place near my house. It's got. They must have like a really hot oven, because when I order their pizza, I'll get like pepperoni, green peppers, and onions. That's almost like my go-to. Maybe no onions sometimes, but this place, every time I get it, the crust is perfect. The cheese is all melted, and the onions and the peppers. It's like almost like they put it on at the end. But they don't actually get real cooked, but they are fresh. I mean, I've worked in places where they use canned shit. It's disgusting. But,
Yeah, so have I when I was younger. Hungry Howie's. I guess they're big in Florida.
Hungry Howie's. When I lived in Tallahassee, I used to get that from my employees. It was like Monday was like $2 carry-out pizza. I get like 6
dude,
of them.
I worked there when I was 18. I delivered pizzas. It was the best job I ever had because I was just young and delivering pizzas, and my boss was a drug dealer, and it was just awesome. So it was a good time. It was not good pizza, though. Not good pizza.
I remember having pizza. I was at the... I went out to Pasadena for the Rose Bowl when Penn State played Oregon. Penn State was number 2 in the nation, and this was like before the BCS, and Nebraska ended up being the national champs. But for the Rose Parade on New Year's Day, we tried to get something to eat, and the only place that was open was a Little Caesars, and they actually had pizza by the slice. And it was pepperoni and green pepper. It was the first time I ever put that combination together. Oh my god, it was the best fucking pizza I had ever had.
I
Could
can't
have been
say
because I was starving.
Little Caesars has never, to me, delivered anything edible. I mean, I don't mean like deliver. I mean, whenever I've gone in there, like to me, that's like the bottom of the barrel. That's like Jack's Pizza. Like the frozen ones. I just can't do it. But I mean, it's priced appropriately. I mean, they'll pretty much pay you to take their pizza.
Well, yeah, and they're all ready to go. Walk in here and just give us $5. You got a pizza.
Yeah, we'll give you this box. There may or may not be pizza inside it, but it's $5 for this box.
I remember in college they just opened one, and it was like first week, like back to school, and they were giving away pizzas. Literally, it was walk in and get a pizza,
wow.
and they had them just stacked up. Getting drunk and smoking weed, and then going in there and just grabbing a pizza, for free. Except we got it like burnt to shit. It was like, well, whatever.
Yeah, not the best quality. They're mass produced.
Yeah, I agree with Steve. We're definitely going to have to revisit this topic. This is one of those.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back and talk about this some more. So I'm gonna go get a drink. You guys keep going.
We should do like a pizza week where everyone, or like a weekend like we've done before, like Burrito Wars, where everyone tries to make some kind of crazy pizza.
That's
you know what I mean?
not a bad idea.
Everybody, the admins, everybody. You know what I mean? I'd be down for that.
Totally. It's like we were saying in the first segment. You know, I mean, making pizza is so easy, and there's such a, you know, like Steve keeps saying, it's a blank slate. You can, you know, it's a blank canvas. You can
There's
do
room
anything.
for creativity.
Yeah.
And we've got some pretty creative people on the page.
Absolutely. Maybe that's what we'll do. I tell you, that'll come up as soon as this airs.
Okay.
I can't even figure out the date yet.
Yeah.
But Skate Rat, you got a song for us here?
Let's take it away real quick with "Stealing People's Mail" by the Dead Kennedys.
And coming up after the break, Donnie V of Blank TV will be with us.
Nice.
We're going to the party. We're going to the game. We're going to the disco. We're gonna cruise down there. We're stealing people's mail. 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 On a Friday night. Driving in the mountains. Run around. Run through your mailboxes. Take your mail back to town. And we got money when it gets tax returns. Checks about a dish truck, nickel stickers. Money, bills, and candy checks. Pretty funny pictures of your kids gonna steal your mail. On a Friday night, we're gonna steal your mail. Like a candlelight. We got grocery time, we'll have to 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 grocery time, but then it buys the lives of you. People say that we're crazy, we're taking all alone. But when we reach our letters, roll on the floor. And we got money when it gets tax returns. Tax money, just from rich stickers. Money, bills, and candy checks. We got relationships with your friends. And I steal your mail on a Friday night. We're gonna steal your mail by candlelight. We better not get caught. We'll be coming to institutions. We'll be smoked and shot. Still got our funds and Christians. Steal your mail. Steal your mail. Steal your mail. Steal your mail on a Friday night.
He was an artist and a writer and a poet and a friend. In a man's life, he will take a fall, but how low he goes, it just depends. Yeah, he shooting dope in the bedroom, at the station. Daily City train. Have you ever seen an angel? Well, I know I have. See, they'll stay here for a while, then they fly away. Shackle and prayers and a sauce.
right, and that was Daily City Train by Rancid. You are listening to Punk Rock Foodies Radio on punkrockradio.net, coming at you from the Vicious Pig Saloon in downtown Mattersville. On the phone with us now is a fellow PRFer and the person who runs Blank TV. You run it, right? Like, basically?
No, I don't run it.
Well,
no, I do premieres. Yeah, no, I don't run it.
Okay, well, she's part of Blank TV. This is Donnie V. Fennell, right?
Hi.
Right,
Yep,
okay,
that's me. Hello
good.
out there.
So the question then I guess comes is, so what, tell us about Blank TV. What is it that you do? What does Blank TV do for us? And so on.
Blank TV, we are a music video channel. My husband, City, has been running it since bands were submitting videos via VHS, if you can believe that. So I don't know how far back that takes it, but quite a ways back. So it's an online music video channel. So if you're in a band and you have a music video and you want the universe to see it, you can go to blanktv.com. You can fill out a form. We put it online. And then, I think we have, he will kill me for not knowing this number right now, but probably a bazillion subscribers. And I think we have over 20,000 videos. Maybe those numbers could be so wrong. But, that's it. So we have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/blanktv. And we get videos from all over the world. And that's basically what we do.
And I know, just seeing posts on Punk Rock Foodies, and also we're actual friends on Facebook, so I see your personal posts. But you have bands come to your house or the Blank TV Center,
yes,
and
it's
perform.
Blank TV headquarters.
Yeah, and they perform, and I guess you feed them.
Yeah, that's the deal. We call it the porch sessions, and we have a few. And if you're a touring band and you're coming through Portland, you can email me at monaby@blanktv, and we'll set something up. But basically, a band in town, they'll stop by. I'll totally, I do a spread. I'll fix a whole bunch of food. We sit out on the porch, drink beer, and and then the band will perform a couple songs. We'll record it, and it will go on the channel. And, we've had some great bands come through here. We've had Kevin Seconds when he's doing his solo stuff. We've had the Swingin' Utters over. We've had the Generators. And then, actually, just yesterday, the Bricks were here. So that was super fun.
Yesterday, 2 weeks ago.
Yesterday, the Bricks were here.
Well, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, because this show isn't going to air for a couple weeks. So.
Yesterday, 2 weeks ago, yeah. That's when they were here.
Yeah.
They were here in June. It was nice.
Yeah, we got a bit of a delay on our show. But that's pretty rad. What are some of the meals that you cook for some of these bands? Do you have a go-to, or
the go-to, you know what? There has been no go-to. I always try, because in any group there's always a vegetarian, and I don't like to leave the vegetarians with just sides. So I try to make something nice for the vegetarian. And depending on the season, usually in the summer, that's when bands come through, so we'll just open up the grill and, grill. Usually chicken legs, because bands sometimes, if they have crew with them and merch people, it can be pretty spendy. So, we'll try to keep it to, chicken legs, but I consider myself a bit of a salad master. And, I can make some pretty good salads. And, yeah, it's always so fun. It's one of the highlights of my summer, because that's usually when bands come to Portland. No one wants to come to Portland any other time because of the weather. So summers are usually pretty fun up here.
Yeah. So, you say about the fact that there's usually a vegetarian, and I agree. I usually see that a lot, too. Have you ever done, there's a couple dishes I've done where I've done it's actually a vegan version.
but then I've got like the meat and stuff and like cheese that you can add to it, like pasta dishes and shit like that. Like that's not something. That's just a tip, I guess. I'm telling you, it's not really a question.
That is a fabulous tip, but I never cook. I have such a small kitchen. My kitchen is like the size of, I don't know, like a closet. It's so small that if I can avoid cooking in it, I usually do it at all costs. So if there's like a group of people, even if it's raining, I'll cook outside. So vegetarians, when they come over here, one of my super favorite go-tos for vegetarians, I don't, is it a spring roll or a salad roll with that kind of clear, kind of rice wrap?
Yeah. The spring roll, yeah.
What is it called? Yeah.
Spring roll.
That's one of my favorite go-tos for those vegetarian, those pesky vegetarians. So I do a lot of those. Because I also, it's like fun to make different kinds of sauces, and then, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. But yeah, if I was cooking inside, pasta totally. There's a lot of great, like, Moroccan stews that I've had, like garbanzo beans and those Indian sort of spices that are really fantastic that I've done a couple times. But I don't really cook with recipes, so a lot of times, like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I'll look at something online, and I'll be like, I like that, but I'm not really going to sit here and follow the recipes, so I'll wing it and do the best I can. And nobody has ever, said this sucks. So I think I do a pretty good job usually.
See, I think that's personally, I feel that that's like the key to, not being a good cook, but being able to cook. Like, I always get pissed off when people are like, "Oh, I don't know, I can't cook, or I don't know how to cook." It's like, well, you're telling me you don't know how to fucking read, basically, because a recipe, follow the fucking recipe. But I think when you can look at ingredients and know that they're going to go good together. Like, I feel that that's, like, one of those things that actually kind of makes you a cook,
Yeah, and I guess because that's how my mom cooks, and I didn't cook anything. I don't think I could boil water alone until, probably my 30s. And so then in my 30s, when I was like, wow, I have a family to feed here, I better figure something out, I would call her up and say, Mom, how do you make chicken soup? And she would say, you throw all this shit in a pot, she'd like turn the water on, go away for a little while, come back, ta-da, and you have chicken soup. So even when I look at recipes, I'm just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna read this list real quick, and I think I can sort the rest out. I think I can figure it out myself.
Yeah. Well, you were saying that you're kind of a salad person.
I'm a salad master. You're right.
Okay. It's like I feel like salads and sandwiches never really need recipes. But like,
and they never go out of style either.
Right. But you'll see like a sandwich recipe, and it's like, well, am I too stupid to know to put the shit in between the bread? Or a salad recipe, like the salad.
Put in the mayonnaise.
Yeah. Like the salad itself. You don't need a recipe for it. It's usually like a dressing, maybe that you might need a salad. But like, do you have a salad recipe to share with us that maybe a PRFer might want to make an attempt at?
A PRFer might be insulted when I tell you this recipe, or not this, when I explain the salad to you, because it's so simple. But you know what? Especially this time of year, in the summer, when the produce is so fucking fantastic.
Yes.
Like, you don't really need anything. So this, and I do this all the time. I like to, it's a cucumber salad, and I like to use Persian cucumbers. And I don't know, I get them at the farmer's market. I'm not really sure, like, if you can go to the supermarket and get them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've seen them at my
supermarket. They don't really have any seeds.
I've seen them at my supermarket, yeah.
So it's the Persian cucumbers and it can be any. I like to use the little bell peppers, so you can just slice them kind of whole. But you could use a whole, like a big size bell pepper if you want. I like to use radishes, sometimes raw peas, any kind of vegetable that's good and raw, but not tomatoes because they're too watery. But chop up your vegetables. It doesn't have to be fine. chop. It's actually better. We have kind of a thick cut.
Mm-hmm.
Throw all that in the bowl. Get some sea salt, not the fine sea salt. I like the coarser ground sea salt for this. Chop up a bunch of cilantro, and then squeeze lemon on it, and that's it. And it's fabulous.
You had me until you said cilantro.
Oh, really? You don't like cilantro?
Oh,
How do you do all the? I mean, like I see your post and you do all this burrito taco.
No cilantro.
How do you do that without cilantro?
Very easily. I taste the food, not the cilantro. We've discussed this to nauseum on this show. When cilantro isn't anything, that's all I taste. It kills. I don't know what it is. My taste buds are that way. It's all I taste. I can't stand it. You
need to find one of those maps of the tongue where it says like where you taste different flavors, and then you stand upside down of it. You know, because cilantro is really worth it.
I just, you know what? And what killed me, I remember watching like years ago, and I watched the Food Network, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna add a little spice. We're gonna put some cilantro in this." And I'm thinking, I've had cilantro. It's not spicy. Like, it tastes like a Band-Aid.
No, it's like, you know what? Don't say that. Please don't talk about cilantro for me. Please don't. A Band-Aid. Don't worry. I bet you that's exactly what my husband would think. He hates cilantro too.
Okay, does your husband smell stink bugs?
We don't have stink bugs in Portland.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a weird. You got your ecosystem up there is a little different than where I live, but no, because I've heard, and we've talked about this before. My mother saw some story that people who can smell stink bugs typically also hate cilantro, and
that is the oddest little bit of like Jeopardy trivia question I've ever heard.
Right? But then we started going through the people that we know. Like my dad can smell a stink bug that's flying in the house, and he despises cilantro more than anything. And my mom doesn't even know what a stink bug smells like, and she doesn't mind cilantro. My girlfriend, same way. She doesn't smell stink bugs, and she doesn't mind cilantro. I smell stink bugs, and I hate cilantro.
I'm not even sure what a stink bug looks like.
Yeah, well, come on out east. Actually, it's been better couple summers. They used to be everywhere, but.
My husband probably does, because he's from Boston.
Well, there you go. I bet he does. You ask him that, and I bet he'll be like, "Oh God, stink bugs." Ugh. And it'll work.
If he was here right now, if he wasn't going to get beer, he could hear me. If he could hear our conversation, in addition to hearing me talk right now, you'd hear him yelling. I'm sure of it.
All right.
So now I forget what we were even talking. Oh, the salad. Oh, and I have another cooking tip.
Yeah.
Always add more salt.
Agree.
So whatever you're doing, and you salt it, just put more. Go ahead and go for it. When the breaks were here yesterday, I made a salsa, and it was... Yeah.
Wait. Yesterday, 2 weeks ago.
When the breaks were here, I made salsa, and nothing about it was great. I chopped up some onions through the food processor with some cilantro and some jalapeno, a few tomatoes, a squirt of lemon juice, and I think maybe a handful of salt. I'm not sure. But I put it out there, and it was in one of those, like a huge Tupperware, the size of a full-size food processor.
Yeah.
They ate that whole thing, and they're like, "This is the best salsa." I'm like, "Wow, I don't know. Just add more salt. That's the only thing I can tell you that makes it different than any other salsa you've ever had your whole life." Is that I am not shy with it. Not shy at all.
I think salt is great, and as I mentioned earlier in today's show, that one pizza I made with the avocado and the spinach, and when it came out, I added that sea salt, the cracked sea salt on top after it came out of the oven, and that just added so much to it. I agree with you 100%. I'm a salt whore. Yeah. Go with it. Yep.
Yeah, always add more salt.
Well, it's like
if you add too much, then get some more and start over. Don't add quite as much.
Gordon Ramsay always says seasoning.
I know, but that always confuses me. I'm like, just add more seasoning. That makes me think, let's just say, go ahead and just say salt. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just enough salt.
He's British. All right, well, hey, Tony V, that's about our time here. Thank you so much. As she said, bands that are touring Portland, make sure you hit up Donnie V at blanktv.com. And everybody else, check out blanktv.com for some kick-ass music videos. If you are a band with a music video, go there, and you got to fill out a form. It's really pretty simple. We've done it with Punk Rock Foodies. It's
not hard. It's not hard.
No, I mean, if we can do it, shit.
And all of you, go subscribe and go watch. Go do that for sure. At the very least, go check it out.
Absolutely. You have a song. Is there a song you'd like to hear?
I do have a song I'd like to hear. I would like to hear Off With Their Heads. Fuck This I'm Out.
Fuck This I'm Out. Perfect. On Punk Rock Foodies Radio, punkrockradio.net.
I'm counting down the days till I can get the fuck out of this place. I swear I'm never coming back, 'cause I found everything that I like. I found comfort in a land far away, where I don't feel like I've got a foot in the grave. It's not about you, it's about me. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm so sick of fighting with every single person that I know, and I'm so sick of lying and burying myself in a hole. I just want to fill the tank up and drive. Only thing that still makes me feel alive. It's not about you, it's about me. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't think I'll ever make it out alive. Might as well just kill myself tonight. Yeah, might as well just kill myself tonight. I don't want to, but I don't see any other way. I don't want to, but I don't see any other way. I don't want to, but I don't see any other way. Any other way. Any other way. Any other way.
Punk Rock Foodies!
I'd like to thank Johnny V. Fennell of Blank TV for calling in, giving us that salad recipe. Thanks to Steve, Skate Rat, Brian, as always. Thank you to the people here at the Vicious Pig Saloon in downtown Mattersville. Thank you, punkrockradio.net. Check out Burning Rose Studios for all your graphic and video needs. And check out Betty Gear on Facebook. Of course, check out Punk Rock Foodies on Facebook. 3,600 members and still growing. And to win a Punk Rock Foodies sticker pack, make sure this week when you post your pictures, you hashtag them with the hashtag jerksauce. All right, Bone Ape Tit, everyone.